AB. So what do you guys call these sides? So where's your hypotenuse?
Your hypotenuse is
AB. Right? So this is your hypotenuse. It just doesn't like me today. And what do we call side the 40 centimeter? The opposite. And then side B is the adjacent, right? And we call them this way because the angle of interest is angle A. All right, so which one do I know which one I'm looking for?
You know your opposite, and you're trying to find out for your adjacent.
So which trig ratio do I use? Tan. Perfect. Because tan is the one that deals with the opposite and the adjacent. So tan 74 equals to, I should write the formula first before I write values in. So tan theta equals to opposite over adjacent. So that's tan 74 equals to, my opposite is 40, and I'm looking for the adjacent. Okay. What do you want to do here now? How can I solve for that adjacent? Okay, you can find 1074 on your calculator. Okay. So what do you get when you do that?
3.4874.
What's after that 4? That last 4? Okay, good. So we can leave it as 4. Perfect. If it's 5 or above that, you have to change it to a 5, right? You have to round properly. Okay? So what I'm saying is, because the number after this 4 is a 1, then I don't have to round this up. If there is a 5 or 6 after that 4, then this have to round up to a 5. Okay? This is where rounding comes in. Okay. Now, how do I solve for my adjacent? I have to divide what by what? 40 by? That's right. Remember, in this case, my adjacent is in the denominator. Okay, whatever I'm looking is in the denominator. Okay, in order for me to be able to solve for it, remember there is multiple steps that involves in this, but I don't know if you guys remember what I told you on Friday. We can just switch the spots. Remember that? And then I can say that the adjacent equal to 40 over 3.4874. Okay? Because whatever I'm looking for is in the denominator in this case. Okay? Or what you can do, you can cross multiply, right? And then divide by 3.4874. So it's going to end up being the same thing. What do you get when you do that? So 11.5. How many of you actually divided and not multiplied? How many of you did this? This is where a lot of the mistakes happen, right? Okay, so you guys have to be careful. If you're looking for the denominator, you have to make sure that you are dividing in this case. Okay? You guys have any questions for me? So in this case, we were looking for sides. If I'm going to look for angles, I'm going to have to follow exactly the same steps, except at the end, I'm going to have to take the inverse. Okay? I'm going to have to take the inverse because I'm looking for the angle. I will have two of my sides, but I'm looking for the angle, okay? So let's look at what we need to do in this case. So the question is asking, find the measure of angle B. So I'm looking for this angle right here. Knowing that angle C is 90 degrees. Okay, so let's label the triangle. That's always the first thing that you need to do. Label the triangle. Where's your hypotenuse? AB. Where's your adjacent? And your opposite? Good. Which two sides do I know? Opposite and adjacent. So which trig ratio do I use? 10. So 10 theta equals to opposite over adjacent. Okay, we're going to fill out the information. So tan theta equals to, or tan B in this case, because I'm looking for angle B. Opposite is 8 over 30. Are you guys okay with this until now? Now what am I looking for? What am I solving for? Angle B. Anytime you're solving for an angle B or an angle, you're going to have to do the inverse. Okay? So on your calculator, it's going to be tan inverse, cos inverse, sine inverse. So you're going to have to put that shift, okay, or second button that you have on the calculator. So you can, if you want, find 8 over 13, or you can do, on the calculator, you can do tan inverse 8 over 13. Or you can find the answer for 8 over 13 and then do tan inverse. It's going to give you the same answer. Okay? So make sure you hit that second or that shift button. What do you guys get when you do that? 85.6. That seems to be too high for me. That seems to be a little better. Yeah. So do 10. Are you sure you're doing 10?
Yeah.
Do 8 by that.
Oh, I see, yeah.
So since it's 31.6, angle should be to the nearest degree, so no decimals. So that's going to be 32 degrees.
When I got 31 points.
Did you use 8 over 13 the whole answer, or did you use, yeah, that's because you have, right? So if you do 8 over 13, so you're going to have to use more than 2 decimals. You have to use at least 4 decimals. So you have to use 0.615, 3, or 154. Okay? So you have to use, when you find 8 over 13, okay, you're going to get this. Can you read that for me?
0.6153.
3, what's after the 3? Okay, so you can't just go and say 0.6 or 0.61. It's not gonna be as accurate as it should be. Okay, so you want to go at least 4 after the decimal. Okay, now because I want to go a 4 after the decimal, this is an 8, so this is gonna be risen up to a 4. Okay, so when you do, you're gonna do tan inverse of 0.6154. Try it. Sine tan inverse. Oh, your calculator is backward, right? You don't even have to do that. 5, 4. Yeah. But because your calculator is backward. Okay, so after you do 8, you guys are gonna work on this question. Now, when you work on this question, it's asking you to find two things. So remember, this is the angle, the 90-degree angle right here. It's asking you to find the angle R and angle T. Okay? Which one do you want to find first? Doesn't matter. It doesn't, right? So you're gonna say, let's find angle R first, okay? And then find angle T after that.